to Vibrant Ladies in the Waiting Room with Christy. This episode is titled The Self-Confident Lady. And today we're going to be talking so much about confidence. Who is a confident lady? In the words of Marcus, I quote, if you do not have self-confidence, you get double defeated in the race of life. But with self-confidence, you have won the race even before you start. So you can imagine how important self-confidence is. And of course, I have a special guest in the house to do justice to this topic. Stick around with us, and after the break, I will be introducing my guest.
Vibrant Ladies in the Waiting Room with Christy.
Keep watching Vibrant Ladies in the Waiting Room.
Our vision is empowering and encouraging single and married women in their waiting period.
Keep watching Vibrant Ladies in the Waiting Room with Christy.
For counseling, prayers, and sponsorship, contact 0803 112 2669 and 0809 424 2503.
You're most welcome back. Can we meet you? You are very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. My name is Morounke Babalola. I'm Cabin Services Manager with United Nigeria Airlines. Mother of 4, married to today Babalola. And confidence has been a way of life actually from a tender age.
Thank you so kindly for that introduction. And I'm glad to have you here. So today, like I earlier said, we are talking about self-confidence, especially with regards to the confident lady. So when you hear the word confidence, what usually comes to your mind, and how has it helped you to achieve great feats?
Okay, confidence, what comes to my mind is a belief in yourself, in your ability, a belief that you can do something and then you go ahead and do it. A situation where you do not have any doubt about what you are able to do, even though you might have challenges on the way, or you have people on the way that are saying you can't, or things that even look bigger than you. You stand by it anyway and you do what you need to do. Now, I would say that confidence has helped me as a person because from a very tender age, leadership has been dumped on me. And I think part of this you can attest to. So I remember my name being called out at the age of 14 as the head girl of over 1,000 capacity school. And people that were much bigger than me in size anyway.
Of course, I can bear witness to that.
And bigger, and the name of this tiny girl was announced. I was actually small then. Even my principal called me Mosquito. So I found it all funny, really. But again, I didn't think it was not something I could not do. I must say that I'm grateful for the support of my big sisters. You know, my assistants were actually my big sisters, but they stood. So confidence is a situation where you do not allow yourself to be intimidated by anything, by anyone, by any circumstance.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that you said you do not allow yourself to be intimidated, because a lot of people get intimidated and they are carried away, and they just they are not able to do what they were supposed to do or what they wanted to do. And why the need for self-confidence? It's got a lot of advantages, I know. So can you help us?
For you to move forward in life, you need confidence. Yeah, because if you don't have confidence, you will always hide. If you don't have confidence, people will step on you. You don't have confidence, even people that you should ordinarily be better than, you are better than, would ride over you and push you to the corner. So, but confidence helps you to step forward. Confidence helps you to take territories. Confidence helps you to do the unimaginable. So, for you to achieve anything in life, definitely, confidence is a must. Okay, I am raising a confident 10-year-old, and I learned something vital from her a few weeks back. She talked about having a nightmare and then something chasing her. She got to a point in her dream. She said, I told myself, wait a minute, this is my dream. I am king of my dream. I control my dream. I decide what happens in my dream. So she said she turned and started to chase the thing. That nothing chases me in my dream. I decide what happens in my dream. That's a level of confidence, and I must say that I learned something vital from her that day, and have used it since then. No, my dream world, I am in control of my dream world.
Exactly.
So this is only a level of confidence that will make somebody say that, determine that, oh, a monster cannot chase me. Exactly. I should be the one chasing the monster.
Exactly.
I thought it was important to share that.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Thank you so very. I like that. Well, what you have said, the definition and the advantages of self-confidence. Hello, viewers out there. I'm sure you'll be watching this program, and of course, you are getting blessed by what we are saying. That self-confidence is a key you need to open some doors, because without self-confidence, you'll be pushed aside. Without self-confidence, you can easily get intimidated and you stay in a hideout. So stay tuned with us, and we'll be back after the break. You're most welcome back. Mrs. Babalola, can you tell us 3 tips we need to improve on our self-confidence?
The first tip I'll mention is that you need to surround yourself with positive people. You need to have the right people around you. Even though I said I've lived my life confidently, I know there was a time I was going on the low. And that's because I had this friend who would always say things, whether on purpose or not, I do not know. But you have those people that don't want you to think too highly of yourself. So he would always say this, or maybe say, oh, this is what this person said, like it's coming from another. And then I'm asking myself, am I that bad and stuff? And then, we got to a time when I said, you know what, stop telling me what these people are saying. I don't want to hear it any longer. It might be interesting for you to know that we've not spoken since that time. Do you get it? So it means that this person does not like, being called not to do this. So you need to have the right people around you, people that encourage you, people that lift you, people that when you don't even think you can achieve it, that tell you, no, you can do it. Exactly. We are supporting you. Exactly. Now, another tip that I would give is to take care of yourself. I have seen intelligent people who are in a gathering and are hiding behind. Why? Because they are not confident about the way they look. Sometimes it's the way they are dressed. You go to this gathering, there's something about if you're well dressed and you go to a gathering. Exactly. You walk tall, you're happy. In fact, people greet you like that. But if you're not well dressed, even if they are calling you to the front, you want to hide, come out at the back. So we need to take care of ourselves. Watch our diet, exercise if we need to. Wow. Because you don't know where you're going to find yourself. Finally, I don't even know who will call on you. Thank you. Finally, we need to face our fears. Know your areas of strength. Know your areas of weaknesses. Build on your areas of strength and your weaknesses. Do what you can to improve on it. So know that, okay, I have my limits here. What can I do to be better? And then you work on it. Because if you don't make that move, nobody is going to make the move for you. So that's that. And then maybe finally, I can add that you need to know when to say no. Wow. There are people that would see you're able to do all this and they bring it. When it is something that you know that you cannot do at the time, it is okay to say no. Why are you saying no? You're not saying no forever. You are saying no to go back to go and get ready
Wow.
to be
I
prepared.
like that.
Because if you do it there and then it doesn't turn out the way that you want it, it's going to affect your self-confidence. Next time, maybe such people call you, you might not want to go again because you're like, oh, it was a flop the last time. But if you say, no, you know what, why not give me time? And then you can come back prepared and ready to face them.
Yeah, you are very correct, because I find out that a lot of people find it very difficult to say no. And really, hello guests, hello viewers out there, you do not have to say yes, yes, yes every time. There are sometimes you will have to say no, and it's okay to say no sometimes. And of course, like our guest said, she said you need to surround yourself with the right people. People that will speak positively into your life and not negatively. Because really, a lot of people, they band them with words and demoralize their enthusiasm, and they get discouraged.
And over time, you just lose that spirit. If you are not careful. So when such things come, because they will definitely, negative ones will come around you. But there's a way that they say things, you bounce it back.
Exactly.
On the inside of you, it's not for me. And then you replace it with positive. You have to keep making positive acclamations to yourself and about yourself.
Exactly.
I must tell
even
you that,
even when you don't look like it, because sometimes you might not look like it.
Yeah.
But you have to keep confessing it.
Yes.
You have to see with the eye of the spirit.
Until it
You don't have
becomes
to
reality.
give up. Oh yeah. So that confidence you must not cast away that self-confidence. Somebody like Joseph, you know, he refused to cast away his self-confidence. While he was in the prison, he knew he was not going to end his life there.
He knew he was made for more.
Exactly. And he was even sending a message to the king so that he will not be forgotten there. Oh, I like that. Thank you so very much. And another important question we need to talk about is self-worth. What do you have to tell us about self-worth, and how can we improve on it? Because self-worth is something very, very important when we talk about self-confidence.
Okay. Yeah. And you know that a lot of self-things that are related: self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, self-value.
Yes,
and sometimes
exactly.
people interchange them, but what we really have is maybe a little difference between them. Now, self-worth is your consistent, innate belief in your worth and your value. You know who you are, you know what you carry, and you believe in it. This is something that it doesn't change over time. Your emotions, your feelings, your experiences, they are not likely to affect your self-worth because it's your package. Okay, this is what I can do. Even if I was sleeping, you call me, I can do it. Even if I was angry, you call me, I can do it. And then you also know that you can go places with it. You deserve respect, because self-worth, you have to value yourself before that people will value you.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
like, is it the dental advert that if I don't take care of you, who would? So we have to take care of ourselves and know that thing that we carry. And then believe that people need to recognize this, they need to respect it. Self-worth is not pride. You know, sometimes when you display self-confidence, people look at you as a proud person.
Exactly.
Because
As
they
if you are
don't
arrogant.
understand. They don't understand where you're coming from. I experienced it a lot, so I know what I'm talking about. So self-worth is that belief, you know, innate, consistent belief in your worth and your value as a person.
That means even if nobody believes in you, believe in
You
yourself.
believe. It is,
Don't
see,
wait
it's
for
your
people
package,
to
my
believe
sister.
in
That's your
you.
self-worth, yes. It's your package, and over time, people are going to recognize it for what it is,
Exactly.
and they would respect
Exactly.
it. Even when
Because-
they don't like you, they will need to respect that thing that you carry.
You are very correct. Because initially, they might not even believe in you. They might look down on you. But as you consistently believe in yourself, eventually they will turn around. They will turn around. So that is key. Thank you so very much. And this program is all about the waiting room. It's called Vibrant Ladies in the Waiting Room with Christy. So whether people wait for different things. Some people wait for a doctor's appointment, believing God for healing. Some are waiting to get married. Some have gotten married waiting for the fruit of the womb. Some are waiting for one particular project or the other. So it differs. What I'm waiting on God for is not what you are waiting on God for. So can you tell us your experience about the waiting room? What can you say about the waiting room that you have? Any experience you want to share with us?
Of course. I don't think there's anyone that has not had an experience at being in the waiting room.
Yes.
And I can tell you that right now I'm in the waiting room, But as God meets this one, there's more that we desire.
Yes.
So now what is coming to my mind to share right now is something that you can tie to self-confidence as well. This was when I finished youth service and I was looking for a job. Of course, we are all out there looking for a job, and somebody gave me a paper and said, Bellevue Airlines is recruiting. You have what they're looking for. Why not apply? Now I got home, I told my brother-in-law, he said, oh, it's a good job, but they don't settle down. And then my cousin said to me, I know your kind of person that they are looking for there. Why? Our SU level. Virginia, no wearing, no makeup, your kind of person they are looking for there. So I think I was discouraged a little, and then I decided to put in for it anyway. And then it was looking as if these people were not going to answer me. So one morning I woke up. I was going for another interview. So I woke up and I spoke to God. I said, God, it's not that I need this particular sales job, but I need you to prove to me that I have what it takes to get it. That it's not about the physical, but more about what I carry. I said, I am your own, so I need you to prove to me that I have what it takes to get this job. I said that prayer in the morning. By afternoon, they called me.
Wow.
By afternoon that day, they called me. We invited you for interview. You did not come. Okay, can you come? And this was like 30 minutes to when the interview would commence. That's when they called me. So for the first time, I had to find my way to. I had to find my way to Okwebi. Now, by the time I got there, if you see the kind of people I saw there, looking at them alone was intimidating. That's why I said you need to believe in yourself, because the way they were dressed, the way they were walking, here I was a village girl amongst city girls. They knew what to do, they knew what was expected of them. Me, I didn't know anything. I just used my olive band to hold my hair and I just walked in like that. So I was looking at the way they were dressed and I said, it's not about this.
Wow.
It's not about.
Say it again. Say it again.
It's not about all this. We are all here for the same reason. Some of us are going to get this job and I'm going to be one of them.
Wow.
So then we got up there. It will take your time if I share, because it's actually it's a little funny. So let me leave that part. And then there was this talk about the boss of the place. Oh, he's around. Oh, they call him the bully. They do this, they do that. Now, everybody was intimidated, and I can assure you I was the youngest person amongst those of us that were there at the time. There was a lot of intimidation. While they were just doing all of that, I was just smiling. Smiling in my mind like, not by force now. What I told God is that I should prove that I have what it takes to get it, if at the end. But you see, I walked into that interview room. It so happened that I was the first person that was called in. And then I walked into the interview room, and I said good morning to everyone, or good afternoon. And the guys faced me. The first thing I met was intimidation. So he said, how tall are you? Or what's your height? I said, I'm 5'8". He said, what's your height in meters? I said, I don't know. So it was like, you don't know your height in meters. You're 168, something. What we are looking for is 1.75. I was like, really? Then he said I should look at the door, because you come in and then the door is right there. He said I should look at the door. And then that door is 1.75, and I'm way below 1.75, so you're too short. You see, that's how you complain that you're too short. So I looked at the door.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I looked at the door. I smiled and I looked back at him. I said, I'm tall enough for a lady.
Oh, I like that. Say it again. Let me hear.
I said, I'm tall enough for a lady.
Wow.
And I said this smiling. He said, really? I said, yes, okay, sit down. So I sat down, we had an interview, and it's so interesting because he asked a question, what have you been doing? And then I asked him a question before I started to answer his question. You mean all my life or after I finished school? So he said, well, after you finished school. So I started from there. Now, later I heard that after I left, he asked the others, what do you think? Because I was the only one that was different amongst them, amongst all the other people that came. And some people will look at what happened that day as challenging. Oh, this girl is forward, this girl is challenging. Because I get that a lot when people don't understand you. But they said she's an intelligent girl. She just needs a little grooming, And eventually, because the devil wants to stop you. Because when I went later to check, the people that had the list were saying to me that, no, your name is not there. I said, look at it very well. Morounke Ajayi. And the guy said, your name is okay, try Damilola Ajayi. And Damilola Ajayi was there.
Wow.
So sometimes you're in the waiting room and God has moved.
Hmm.
He has moved to action. You need to move as well.
Hmm.
You cannot sit down where God has left.
Wow.
Because when you ask God to do something, it's not just sitting down. He has made moves to do it. You as a person need to step forward. You get the point I'm trying to make. You need to step forward. There are things that maybe you need to learn. There are information that you need to get. There are times that maybe you need to go out, ask questions, carry out your research, because you don't know when that answer would come.
Wow. Interesting. So that was how you got the job.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's how
before we draw the curtain, let me tell you with regards to what you said now, let me tell you the story of a young gentle guy who applied for a job and has done like several exams, several interviews, and he passed. He did very well. But the very last one he was to do, it was a multinational company. He was supposed to meet the chairman. Are you getting me? So on that very day, he was supposed to meet the chairman. Do you know that he got intimidated? Because the chairman wanted to have a handshake with him. Just a handshake with him. And he stepped back. He was like, hello chairman, hello chairman. Do you understand? And that was how he got intimidated. And the chairman was like, no, we cannot employ this kind of person.
Yeah.
He did excellently well. He was intelligent, he was brilliant. Do you understand? But he wasn't self-confident. So self-confidence is key. I like that story. And hello viewers out there, I'm sure you have picked 1, 2, 3 things. I have no doubt about it. I don't know what you are waiting for in the waiting room for anything. It could be anything at all. I'm sure this story will encourage you. Thank you so very much. See you again